Good morning. Happy Saturday. We made it to another weekend. Hope you're having a good one. We're finally ready to start putting this skirt together. Very excited, very excited. Yeah, so last week realized the mistake I'd made when cutting out the skirt, and we are making do with what I had. So we just added in an extra bit of the same tabard material, and we're going to put those on the front, so it'll make it very obvious what's the front and what's the back on this skirt, which will be helpful. So what I did not do was, well, anything. I don't do anything between my streams. But I do need to change out threads because the fabric is significantly darker than this natural color that I've got in my machine right now. So if I'm lucky, I have, oh, there's a dark one. It's brown. Can I deal with it being brown? Depends on if I can take it out. There we go. I can probably deal with it being brown, but I don't know if I can deal with how messy it is on the bobbin. That's gonna get caught. There's there's a knot. Oh, I don't know if that'll show. Like, the thread has a knot in it on the bobbin. What happened? Okay, I'm not one for like, let's waste thread, but this is never gonna work. It was, I'm guessing that when it was loaded, they didn't use, I don't know what the piece is called, but it regulates where the thread goes on the thing. I'm guessing they didn't use that. Good morning, Tidal. How are you? Thank you. It's chilly in here this morning, so I'm wearing fuzzy socks and a robe. Oh, you're in queue for the EBG. And how deep is that queue? Or do I want to know? Oh, only 10. Oh, that's not bad. It's still early on a Saturday, so maybe there won't be a ton of people camping in there. You've been very polite so far. That's good. I mean, I've never heard anybody say anything about how toxic mag is to be paired with. Only how toxic they are to fight, which means to me that it's not that they're so toxic, they just have their way of fighting and everybody just needs to adapt. Never had a problem before? Nice. That's good. Alright. Thread is gone. Let's put this thread away so I don't lose it, because that is absolutely something I would do. And now we get to refill the thread. Ah, oh, my leash is tangled. So we're just gonna use a little bit darker gray thread. The nice thing with not having to be super specific about your thread, you can get away with using grays, naturals, etc. Oh, what did I do with the bobbin? I left it on the stick. oddly enough. And following the picture instructions on how to put the bobbin in, because I will never remember the direction that the thread needs to face in order to go into the bobbin casing. There we go. This bit of the machine is awfully dusty. It's almost like it's been a few weeks since I've used it. Alright. Hey! Hello, Total Sapphic Panic. How are you today? Oh, now I'm like nervous. I do have the category right this time. Yes. That back up there. All right, instructions. I mean, I'm pretty sure the instructions are going to say stitch the front 2 panels together, stitch the front 3 panels, center with 2 sides, center back with 2 sides, put them together. But, yeah, no, that should be what they say. View D, pin 2 side sections to each front and back section. Yep, that's it. Stitch front and back together at sides. Okay, can we talk about the instructions here? If you're a very literal person and you're trying to sew for the first time, instruction number 6 for view D. Pin 2 side sections to each front and back section. Okay, step 7, stitch front and backs together at sides, leaving open above large circle for left side. Cool. It does not specify stitch the 2 side sections to each front and back. It says pin. It doesn't say stitch. I don't exactly have a Discord. I don't have my own personal Discord. I'm in several different Discord servers, but I don't have a specific Discord, and I'm not gonna set one up. That's a lot of work, and I'm not interested in it. McCalls, your instructions, man. Alright. So we will pin and stitch the front sections and side sections and so forth together, because I know what I'm doing. I don't need no instructions to tell me. Alright, there's that back up. Now, as far as the Discord goes, like I am not interested in moderating and upkeeping that. Good on those who can and do. I'm just figuring out this streaming thing. Alright, this one is a front. We'll make this one the front. We're gonna do the front, that one's the back. And then these two are going to go on the front, and these two are going to go on the back. But I can only do one at a time. And what side is going to have the notch on it? Here it is. I recently made my first attempt at airbrushing a character, and also my first attempt at airbrushing something more complex than a simple one-color symbol. It's a frog spider hybrid licking an ice cream, aww, made as part of an art trade. I'm quite proud of the pose and the most I'm quite proud the pose is the most complex I've ever done, largely due to the excess of limbs. Counting the tongue, it's a total of 7 limbs, all in different positions. Neat! I also made my first attempt at airbrushing a pet portrait. Aw, the cat, name not supplied, belongs to a friend who made me some Hansi calligraphy in return. Cute! Very fun. It's always fun to have new challenges, and when they turn out even better than you were expecting, it's even better. And also I love the idea of trading. Yeah, I can do this art style, and you can do that art style. I'll do this for you. You can do that one for me. It's a good way of doing things, I think. Did you hear any more back from the restaurant? It's a good way of practicing for sure. Okay. I forgot that I had all of the pinning left to do. I was like, I don't need all of the space over on this one table section. I can put my sewing machine there. Nope, just kidding. Oh, you haven't? That's too bad. That's really annoying too, because they specifically said call it this time, and then they specifically did not answer at that time. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna pin the daylights out of this. The blue satin fabric is so slinky. It's probably going to be worse stitching it together than it is stitching it to this brocade, but I imagine it's still going to be bad enough stitching it to the brocade. So I recently joined an ongoing campaign of a Star Wars tabletop role-playing game, and I'm going to airbrush the entire 5-person party of player characters. That's so cool! Are you enjoying the campaign? I have some friends who have played I wouldn't say the N, a Star Wars tabletop game. They really enjoyed it. Also gonna do it on a fairly complex background. Ooh, never done such a full scene like that before. Nice. So many bags right now, and the commander is specifically asking, not to spawn camp. That's great. Nice. Aw, see? Okay, good. Mag's not like, they can look like jerks, but maybe they aren't really. Hello, Garnold. Is it G. Arnold VO? Love the kimono. Thank you so much. The campaign is going great. Awesome. Am I sewing a tunic? I am sewing a... There's the tunic and the skirt that is Game of Thrones inspired, a Daenerys costume. Don't you fall off my table. Perfectly pronounced, yes. That way. So we're doing this dress with the tabard. It's actually behind me on the dress form there. And then the skirt was supposed to be all in this dark shiny blue satiny fabric, and I didn't cut it out right, so I wasted a lot of fabric and didn't have enough. So we're using some more of the brocade that's part of the tunic to finish out the skirt, which I think it's going to be fine. It'll look fine. Really good, I'm sure. One of 2 new players in an ongoing campaign after 1 player left. That'll happen. Sure you will fulfill the shoes sufficiently? Yes. Yeah, I thought it was fun. So I started this project now 3 years ago. At the beginning of when everything was shutting down for COVID, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have time to sew. And I go to conventions, and I enjoy the aesthetic of Daenerys, and so I was like, oh, here, I've got all this fabric, let's make this, and then I'll have it for when everything opens up again for the next convention. And then it became very obvious very quickly that conventions weren't going to happen for a while, and I lost interest and I stopped sewing on it. Then back in August or September this last year, it occurred to me, well, I already stream games, and several of my streaming friends also, they game, but they also do artsy stuff. And they stream that. I was like, I could stream my sewing. I'm rather perfectly set up for it. I'd already moved my rig into my sewing room, so I was like, well, that's just perfect. So yeah, I was like, well, then first project is I'm gonna finish this project, and then we'll see what else. Now I have done, no, sorry, first project was the pillows for my brother from his army shirts that he'd given me several years ago to make pillows out of. So I finally finished that project. This gave me the determination, the drive, the focus to do it. So then I was like, all right, now we're going to work on this project. And I've done one other project in between for a charity donation. After this one, I'm not real sure what my next project is going to be. I have bins and bins of fabric, patterns. The one stipulation is that I am not going to go buy more fabric. Not for a while. I need to use up all the fabric that I've got. So I could do some more clothes, some more costumes. I could fix costumes. Not everything that I have that needs done is new costumes. Some of them are costumes or garments that just need some fixing on them. It's pretty neat how there's a mix of creators here. I'm only a gamer and occasional fitness type, but I have been on M&C channel binge lately. I love how wholesome and relaxing they are. Yeah, no, that's, anymore, that is kind of what I start putting on. Just somebody who's putting a puzzle together. I did that for Christmas, put a puzzle together. the Lego streams. One of my friends on here, Lego Liz, she puts together Lego sets. There's the people who I saw one that was leather crafting. Commander Jupe does miniature painting, just all sorts. And Total Sapphic Panic, they're doing art and sewing and fashion design. It's a lot of fun. My friend is currently going through their old crafting stash and destashing, and I'm slowly getting stuff from that. Nice. So that's a lot of fun. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great way of getting stuff when, because part of what I was concerned, I was like, well, I could just donate, which is probably a good thing too. I could donate a lot of this fabric that I have. But again, most of it I got for a purpose. So I would like to maybe see at least some of those purposes through. Even if I then end up donating or selling or whatever. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Why are you not sounding right? Nope, stop. I don't have the bobbin in correctly or something. Yep, bobbin fell out. Ah. Oh. Please don't eat my fabric. Please don't eat my fabric while I do this. I tell you, the drop-in bobbins that most machines have nowadays, I love those so much. This is, Are you free? Are you free? Please be free. Let go, please. Let my fabric go. Woo! Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Redesign Spirit. Much appreciate. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sorry, you're catching me and like, I don't know what it's hooked on now. Let go, please. I need seam ripper. That'll do it. You yourself are not a streamer, but your very lovely and talented wife is. Nice. Queen Bee has had a few things passed down from her mom and a couple of friends. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure. It sure is. Surely is. As long as, as long as the stuff isn't like, you know, useless, someone's bound to be able to find something to do with it. Alright. Oh, please let go. Just let go. Be done. It's a great way to start off the day. Have the bobbin fall out and have a thread attack. There we go. Blah 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 blah. Try this again. Hey bobbin, you wanna stay in the thing this time? Because that would be just wonderful for me. Alright, I think we're good now. I thought we were good before too, but yeah. Ooh, the one pro streamer thing I did update some of these follower and sub emotes. Don't get too excited, they're still the free ones that you get from Streamlabs, but hey, you know, they're fun and they're different, and yeah. Now maybe I'll start adding some commands to my stream chat. That'd be fun. If I did do that, what would be some commands you guys might enjoy doing, since I won't be the one that's typing in the chat? I don't know what people like to do. Hey, so Royal? Good morning, how are you? You are in the right place. I'm actually on the sewing machine today. Because, well, you know, cutting everything out is important. It's not the fun part. The fun part is seeing it all come together. That's what we get to do today. Truth. I just lost a pin somewhere. Maybe it's on the floor. I hope I find it with my eyes and not my foot. Oh. Let's be real, cutting is like 75% of the work. Oh, for real. And, oh, if you mess it up... nothing goes right then. Between the, yeah, so cutting is 75%. I would say pinning is probably 10%, and the remaining 5% is sewing and ironing. Would be my pie chart of sewing. Alright. Eep. Alright. Move the sewing machine again. And up the other long one. You cut out 3 leotards Thursday, hack the pattern, but put one of them back together and realized my hack isn't going to work. No! So now I get to cut them out again. Boo! Oh no. Rough. Is that what you're working on today? Or are you taking a break from that? Because I do know there are days. Oh, hey, I found the pin and it wasn't on the floor and it was with my eyes. Yay! Yeah, if there's been a bad enough hiccup in the thing, it's like, alright, I gotta walk away, because otherwise I'm just gonna get mad. Totally setting them aside and moving to another project. That is absolutely fair. Do you have a notch on the correct side? Might be the notch. Not sure. Haha, I'm not sure. Lol. Hey, good morning, Nate. How are you today? See you and Seppu and Hans playing some Final Fantasy, and I was tempted, but I'm like, no, I must sew. Well, hello there, Seppu. Aw, thank you. I thought I could just wear my, pajama pants, but like, it's also chilly, so I was like, well, I'm gonna wear I'll wear my robe. It'll be warmer, a little more cozy. But then I have to run away right after this. I've got some friends we're gonna go to Texas Roadhouse for lunch. I'm so excited. And there's apparently a chocolatier over at the Texas Roadhouse where we're going to, or over in the area where it's at. And so we'll probably go. We'll have lunch, maybe some drinks because we've got one of my friends, her husband is gonna drive us. So yay DD, so we can have some drinks and then go shop for chocolate. Also, it just snowed, so it'll be pretty out, but cold. It's supposed to get real cold tomorrow. And Sipu, do you still need that time thingy that I don't remember what it is, and I don't have. Well, I've got Discord up. I could look what it is, but the thing that you needed help with. Could we do that tomorrow? Does that work? Unless you're gonna be on really, really late tonight, because I'll be on probably after I get back from lunch. I'm also still brainstorming some chat commands. So if anybody has ideas for chat commands that would work for either sewing or gaming, if you're one of my craft maker and crafting friends, I do also play Guild Wars 2, and then some other games sometimes. I was recently working through Encased. I haven't done that for a little bit. Should get back to that at some point when I have time. I might stream we're gonna play Skyrim together tomorrow. I might stream that, because that could be fun. The one chat command that I know I need is for raiding. Somebody mentioned that I should have a message when I go raid somebody, and I do like to raid people, so oh, this isn't gonna match up like the other edge did. Why is that? Maybe because I don't have it like actually flat. Let's try this again. make it stretch just a little bit and it'll fit, so we'll do that. The benefit detriment of that bias cut right there. So on woven materials like these two bits are, when you cut them on the diagonal, you're cutting on the bias, and the bias is stretchy. Like as a rule of thumb, these wovens are not stretchy right there, but when you cut them on the bias, they do stretch. Just holding that one for a little bit. Excuse me. When you stretch them, then they can fit the spaces. And there are some dress designs that require being cut on the bias in order for them to hang right, fit right. I know one of my friends that I worked with when I was working at the fabric store, she liked to make the 50s bouffant style dresses out of just super fun cotton fabrics that she would find, and those require being cut on the bias and then hanging for like 24 hours, so that with it being on the bias, the weight of the material would pull it into the shape that it needed to be in. And she hated waiting. She's like, I've got this dress together, I just want to wear it. But she would go put it in her basement, let it hang, and then it would arguably look better. I wonder if I have any patterns of that style dress. That would be fun. I've got a petticoat now, as evidenced by what I was wearing last week. I could make some of those. But only if I have the pattern. I'm not going to go get a pattern for it, because that defeats the purpose. Oh, my stash busting. I have a bias skirt that I've re-hemmed it 4 times because the bias keeps dropping more. Oh, rough. 24 hours, stop dropping after that, man. There we go. weird bumps? Nope. Could use another pin or two down here. Just to ensure that there are no bumps or lumps. All right. The fabric's so slick the pins don't even want to stay in it. Alright. Depin this one. And we'll be ready to do the satin on satin. Did the easy mode first. No. No. Okay. So I didn't keep enough of this out of the way. And I stitched the hem in together. Or part of the bottom in. I stitched it good. Alright, well. Good news. Seam Ripper's already over here. So, easy mode nothing, Kate. Jeez. Try that again. Fortunately, it's not very far. Unfortunately, the stitches are so small. And I backstitched over it. Alright. Oh, sort of. It's kind of still a mess on the brocade side. But shouldn't hurt anything if I just trim those so they don't get caught when I go to stitch it again. Last thing I need is for the machine to get confused about what thread it's supposed to be looping around. Alright. We're almost at an hour. Just about time for a break. That's not too bad. Making pretty good time. Just to make sure, I'm gonna stick a pin over here so that it doesn't flip up on me like that again. Of course, now it's all, well, I would never dare do such a thing. You wouldn't. So then we just give it a good stitch. We're gonna stitch a little ways over where I stopped pulling up stitches so that that doesn't come undone. Good. It's so bizarre. This gray thread looks green on this fabric. It's a very blue looking thread to, like when I'm just looking at it on the spool, but put it on this, on the brocade with the gold and it has a green cast to it. Trim my threads. We may just leave the machine up there. Probably works better to just keep it up top. Nope, nope. All right, so here we have the front skirt panel. Eep. The chair out of the way, and so it does like that. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. It doesn't feel... I was concerned about the weight, or yeah, the weight, the density, the body of the brocade versus the satin, if that was gonna cause any issues with how it sits, but I think it'll be fine. Cool. Yay. Alright. Now do it again. But maybe after a quick bite. Well, yeah, we could go maybe a little longer. We can go a little longer. We can go a little longer. This is going to be one of the side pieces. That's a side piece and the center. I'm wearing satin and the fabric is satin, so the fabric is not going to lay off my lap. That's cool. Alright. Sorry, top. This has the notch, it's going to go there. This one gets to wait its turn, we'll just set it over here. another one of the projects I was thinking about maybe doing is making a chair cover for this chair. As well as, I like this chair very, very much. I'm not loving the black and red. It's a very gamer aesthetic. It's very gamer aesthetic, but it's my room is blue. My curtains are now gold, not so red and black. So maybe I'll take a look at some of the fabric I've gotten at some point. Make some kind of a cover for it. Absolutely, if nothing else, I need to make some kind of a padded cover for the armrests. My elbows get very angry at me because these are pretty hard. It looks like it's picking that up. I don't know for sure if it is. And I'm sure I've got some batting or filling around here. I think there's, well, yeah, batting would probably be better than the filling. Because I don't necessarily want to make elbow pillows. It's more I just want to make a cushion. What's been working really well, I got a purple mattress a while back, and they sent this like little demo of what the material is, and that works like really well for one elbow, and it's usually over on my right arm because that's the one I have the most trouble with. What did you get on you? That's gross. But I only have one. I wonder if I ask them, they would send me another one. Like, yeah, I bought one of your mattresses, and I love the mattress, but I really would like another one of your little sample things. I can has, please? And then I just need to make a little cover for it, and with some like elastic to go over, hold it on. I think I will take a break before I start stowing on this one. We'll finish pinning this side. Take about a 3-minute break. I'm gonna get up, take a walk, stretch a bit. Around about 3 minutes of ads. I will be right back, and we'll get this side stitched up, get the other side pinned on, stitched up, iron everything, and then pin both sides and stitch it together. It's coming. It's coming. Alright. Way back. Back to some polka. Interesting. Polka and jazz? Even more interesting. Why am I not at work? Because well, I mean, I am at work. Look at me, I'm working hard. So hard right now on this. And also, we're closed. We don't work on the weekends, silly. Why aren't you at work? I am lazy, yes. But only sort of. Again, look, I'm doing stuff. You didn't feel like it? You should tell your boss you're just gonna come in whenever you want to. And they're gonna have to be okay with that. Besides, you've got cats that are entertaining and you need to, you know, play with them and, well, one is very demanding, needing brushes and such, so. And if he doesn't understand that, you can tell him that you're gonna walk. What are you up to today, besides not working? We could not work together, Nate. Let my thread go. Missed. Yes. Just playing some Final Fantasy XIV. I want to do Skyrim before the 3 days expire, but 3 of you seem to forget I am 6 hours ahead. I mean, I know that you're... I told you Sunday. I could give you Sunday. And I'll even get up, like, early tomorrow. I could start, say, 10 a.m. your time. That'll suck so bad. I'll need so much coffee. You won't get an intelligible sentence out of me. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do yesterday. I got Deb and Ogami saying afternoon or evening. Oh. So 2 of us, not 3 of us, 2 of us. Because I straight up knew, like today I've got this, and then I'm going to lunch, and but I can do anytime on tomorrow. So we'll do morning. I'll put a message in the channel later. Okay, cool. And I mean, we could get started, and they could maybe join us. Oh no, you said that the specific story things couldn't, because Central Evening is just not going to work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. This way. I'm not sure how the questing works. I mean, that can be part of the experiment. You and I can start, and then if they join in, find out if they're able to pick up with us, or if we need to, I don't know, go back and redo a little. I'm thinking about streaming it. Are you gonna stream it? Probably. Okay, cool, cool. Well, I'm gonna stream it too. So, for anybody interested, Nathan V2 is going to be probably, and I am also going to probably be streaming Skyrim together at some point tomorrow. Yeah. We'll, at some point, hopefully be joined by our friends Deb and Ogami, so we can find out how that mod all works with a group of 4 people. Yes, Nate has played. Have you completed Skyrim? I know you've played it. I don't know. I don't remember if you finished it. You have. Okay. I have not. I have not played it beyond the beginning portion, like the little tutorial, to find out if the mod worked. And at the time, something was up and it sort of worked, but not really. But now it should work. You completed it. Oh, you did complete it on stream. Okay. I wasn't there when you won. I remember you kabooming at dragons and at other people. And you had your retainer. She followed you around dutifully, sworn to carry your burdens. Did you end up marrying her, or did you marry anybody? I don't know why I didn't watch any more of that. Maybe I didn't want to spoil it. I don't care about spoilers, though. Like, I never care about spoilers. No, you just did the main quest mainly. Okay. Maybe you did it like while I was at work. And I couldn't watch it. Or I'm just a terrible, terrible friend who wasn't watching your streams at the time. There's always that. That one. That's it. That's it. Thinking of other things that I might be streaming. I keep saying I might do things, so who knows? I might stream tonight. World v World. If Hell on Kining is doing a raid, which I haven't seen anything from Elle saying that they're not, so hopefully, fingers crossed. If we do a raid, I'll try to do that, stream that. Maybe I'll branch out and try to do something besides Elementalist. It's so scary not being a Tempest. Hey, Live8 Snacks! How are you today? Thank you so much for following. Why is that going through that monitor? That's so bizarre. Like scaring the crap out of me because I'm not hearing it from here. You just wandered on in? Aw, you love the fabric you have there. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. This is a long overdue project, and but yes, I love this fabric. Even while I was cutting out and working on the tabard, this one was just sitting, waiting to be cut out, and I just kept seeing it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so pretty when I do. When I get there, it's gonna be gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I wasn't wrong. Is it satin? It is. It is. So, if my memory serves me correctly, it very well may not, but I want to say it was one of the costume satins that we had. We had a whole little line of like holographic kind of material, and yeah, I worked for Hancock Fabrics, and yeah, there was a lot of material that I was like, I need that. That's going home with me. Yeah, and this was one of them. I think I've got a holographic purple one too. It's kind of an icy one. Oh, you used to work at a fabric shop too? Yeah. Oh, there was so much that I loved about that. So much that I loved about that job. Customer service was not one of the things that I loved about that job, and I wouldn't go back. But having access to all the fabric and going and petting all of the fabric all the time, that was pretty fun. Now I haven't been to a fabric store in a while. When I started the stream, I needed to get more interfacing, and there is a fabric and craft shop near where I currently work. So I went in there, and it's like, oh, this is nice, it's nostalgic. But, no, I won't go back. I won't go back. Yes, petting the fabric, right? There were many bits of fabric I'm like, I'll never do anything with that, but like, oh, it's so pretty. There we go. Make sure that like everything is laying flat this time around. It is. I'm very excited to see this all put together and in one piece. I keep forgetting I still have some things I need to finish on that tabard. I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'm done with the tabard. I'm not really done with the tabard. I still have a bunch of hand stitching to do, but I'll get there eventually. When I have nothing else to do on this outfit, I will get to the hand stitching. And today I got an email from one of the conventions that hasn't happened in a while. They're coming back, which makes me very happy. It was a nice, small convention, and it looks like they're going back to where they were originally being done at. I should tell my fencing club we need to talk to them and maybe see about getting a spot in there being nerdy lightsaber stuff. We were hit the 2 times we were there before. And then maybe I'll have a place to wear this, as long as everything still fits. We'll find out. The skirt will fit. I did adjust the cut of this to fit. The tabard should fit. We'll see. Did I say fencing club? I did. I am a member of a club here in Omaha, founded about 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago. We do classical Olympic style, we do historical European martial arts, so the HEMA style, some of like long swords, and well, we don't do longsword. I take that back. We don't do longsword because we don't have the stuff for longsword yet. But we also do lightsaber sometimes too. And so our kind of idea is the past, future, present. Ooh, you just inherited 2 fencing foils from the 50s. Nice! And the nice thing about some of the fencing products is like, as long as everything has been maintained well, there's nothing wrong with them. They're still good. Alright, I need to have my back to the computer for a second. Let me just take my phone over and I can keep watching the chat on my phone. Technology. Twitch. Doop doop doop. Yes, I'm live. Where's my channel? That's not what I want. I click live. There we go. Doop doop doop. Dashboard. Yeah. That should tell me, I think. Oh, weird. Okay. Also, I'm not on Wi-Fi. There we go. Alright. So do you fence then? If not, I highly recommend it. pretty sure. Now, while I'm part of the fencing club and I go fencing, I myself haven't fenced in a while. I've never tried, but it has always interested you. You should definitely give it a go. Not sure, where you're at in the world, but I'm sure there's got to be a club or, classes somewhere. We're the group that I am with. We we're a little more casual about it than others. There's a fencing club in Lincoln for, again, the electric, the Olympic style. That's not showing me the chat. Show me Stream Manager. There we go. There's the chat. They're more competitive for electric saber, electric foil, and epee. We're friendly with them. There's nothing wrong with them, but they are absolutely more into the more hardcore training. But a wonderful, wonderful asset, place to learn, place to practice, especially if it is something that you decide you like to do for, at that level. Our group is more like, this is how these work. this is what swords do. Here's the history of whatever one we're learning about currently, and yeah, see if you like it, see if you have fun with it. We do go to some competitions. We also go if there's if other clubs are having any kind of special seminars. A couple weeks ago, one of the historic ones in Lincoln did a Fiore intensive. Basically, like, what happens if you are walking down the street and you're getting mugged, and all you have is a sword and a dagger? How do you handle that? And by all accounts, it was really really well received. So, pretty nifty. I wonder if shorter people would need a shorter sword. No. So I'm fairly short. I'm 5'2" when I stretch. And you... Okay, caveat. Maybe. Depends on what kind of sword you're doing and what kind of fencing you're doing. Certain styles, like, the length just is the length. It doesn't really change. 5'2" on a good day as well? Nice. High five. Extremely. I think you were looking for... Yes, I'm extremely short. But there are... Like, if you're doing longsword, there's parameters. Some swords are just specific ones. My hubby is 6'2". I wondered if we could fence together with the difference in height. Absolutely. You just have to learn how to fence your size versus another person's size. So, say you and your husband were, you and your husband are fencing. He's going to have an advantage because I would imagine that his arm is going to be longer than yours. And with his legs, he's going to have more reach. So what you have to do is learn how to parry every attack he makes so that his sword goes to your outside line and get inside his reach so that he can't hit you and then you hit him. If you and I were fencing, it would be very different because we would be probably pretty similar in reach. So then it's just same sort of concept. Make sure you get their sword offline from you and get in. So there's your little mini fencing lesson. But absolutely, I've seen shorter people beat taller people. Um, it's just learning how to defend yourself and get inside their range. Don't be intimidated by the fact that they're so much bigger than you. Um, you might be smaller, or you might be faster because you don't have as much distance to cover, or if that makes sense. I don't know. But it's definitely, um, it doesn't have to be a disadvantage. Once you learn how to work with it, it doesn't have to be a disadvantage. And yeah, like foil sizes will change. Well, yeah, can be different by a few inches, but most of them, I think they're going to be 36 to 40 inches no matter what. Um, and you know, not to be crude, they always say size, size doesn't matter as much, and it's true. It really doesn't come down to the length of the sword so much. Um, as how you manage it, because a 40-inch sword against a 36-inch sword is going to do nobody any good if the person with the 36-inch sword is on the inside. Ooh, hello Metal Mix. Metal Max? How are you doing today? Talking swords. Yes, I mentioned that I was in a fencing club, and so Liv is chatting with us about fencing. She's got some foils. Doing well. How's it going in here? Doing pretty well. We're getting this skirt put together. I'm so excited. It's looking really good. I've got the tabard is done almost. I just have a little bit of hand sewing on that left to do to finish it off. The skirt, I've got it into now 3 pieces: a front, a back, and the waistband. And I didn't get a zipper yet. I was thinking I needed to make sure I did that this week. I didn't do that. Still don't know if I'm gonna do a zipper on the skirt. We'll see. I might. Well, we'll see what it looks like after the next set of seams. Because it may just not get a zipper, and that may just be okay. Maybe I could lace it. That would be kind of cool. Kind of like a corset lacing. Put some grommets in. Be unnecessary, but cool. Easier than a zipper. But here's the front of the skirt now. It was all supposed to be blue, but then I made a mistake when I was cutting it out, and I didn't have enough blue fabric left over, so we're doing the same brocade as the tabard is made out of, and I think that's gonna work out just fine. And then the back of the skirt will all be the blue, and yeah, it'll be nice, very nice. Love the creative flow. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a very good time. I did up all the long seams, and I need to do all of the ironing now. Pressing out the seam allowances, as it were. Then we pin up 2 more long seams. I'll have to pay attention which one's the left one, so I don't stitch all the way up that one. Let's see, I'm looking at, it's almost 11. I'm going till noon. I have a hard stop time this time at noon. I might even stop a little earlier. Again, I've got friends. We're going out to Texas Roadhouse for lunch today, so. What time did you say you'd be finished up later? Today, I mean, we're going to lunch. I'm not sure how long that's gonna take, because we'll go have lunch and then potentially going to a chocolate shop that's in the same area. But I would absolutely let you know as soon as I get back. Probably even as I'm on my way home, because I won't have to drive. And you're free this evening? Until probably 6, I think? 7? And then the Hell Raid starts, I think around there. I'll say till 7. Well, So, see, the issue is that we're with Mag this week. Kaining is paired up with Maguma. Well, but also that's probably more just an issue getting into EBG. Maybe they don't care about the Borderlands, and since Elle doesn't care that much about EBG. Yes, so I can be free. I would imagine that I will probably be home by, say, 4 o'clock. So from 4 to 7 my time, so that's +6, 10. 10 to 1? Okay, not trying to squeeze that window. It can wait till tomorrow. I mean, it would just be really late for you, that's all. Were you wanting to get started on the Skyrim? Or do some Final Fantasy dungeons? PSA, ironed fabric is hot. Ow. Okay. So this is the back. This is the left. So when I put it together, the left side does not get stitched up all the way. It gets stitched up to... Woo! Hey, So Royal, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. Oh, dang it. Every time I think, oh, I'm doing better at not hitting my microphone, bam. It's the microphone. It is the 100th follow! Hey! That's a milestone. If I can get everyone together, yes, I only got a 3-day server to see if we can all make it work, but I think it's going to be tricky to make it flow nicely. Happy 100, thank you! Did you make the beautiful golden robe? I did not. This is courtesy of Ye Olde Amazon. Really need to find some info on how the quests work. I wonder if there is... it looks so cozy. It really is. I have another one that's kind of a plum purple too. I love them very much. And they have pockets. I mean, Nate, we can just find out how the quests work. If there's no info readily available. Like, that will be the thing we find out. No, I mean, if they're available this afternoon in that, like, 3-hour time frame, I'm for it. I can also let you know, like, if if everything is all queued up and I'm not... Oh, I'm about to make a problem. That's about to be a problem. If everything's queued up and doesn't look like we're actually going to get to play, then I'll let you know and yeah, I'll jump ship, I guess. And we can play that. And that would be fun too. Pockets are always a plus. Absolutely. And they're like not the alright, you can have pockets, I guess, type of pockets. Like these pockets, if I pull it inside out, like this is a big old pocket. My whole phone fits in there. And my keys. Like it's a big old pocket on both sides. But getting 4 people to do it at the drop of a hat is not easy. That's true. That's true. Functional pockets. Exactly. So like I said, I can commit from 4 o'clock to whenever. If Deb and Ogami are available in that time frame. Talking about the Skyrim co-op mod? Yeah, the Skyrim Together Reborn. Have you used that? Have you played it? If it works, it's gonna be lots of fun. If not just single player musings years ago. Mm-hmm. Say Nate and I tried it a few months back. I think there was something. I think maybe it was just about to be updated or something, and then yeah, there was something weird going on, and it was like so close to working, but we couldn't actually connect, or I couldn't connect. It was probably on my end, but it seems we kind of gave it a test run the other day just to make sure I had everything set up on my end right, and it seems like it should work. So fingers crossed. I will definitely stream it when we do play. So tonight and probably tomorrow. Possibly tonight, definitely tomorrow. I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee. Yep. Sworn to carry your burdens. The drinking game that no one should ever play. Lydia, that was her name, Lydia. Nate, you didn't remind me what her name was, but no worries, I remembered. Eventually, an hour later. And the only playing of Skyrim that I've done so far has been getting through the first tutorial bit to get to the point where you could potentially group up. Lydia, the first follower from Whiterun, right? I don't know where she comes from. I just know she follows you. She's, how may I help you, my Thane? And I'm sworn to carry your burden. Sounds like it. Yep. This one seems like it's too short too. Stretch, stretch. Keep forgetting that I made coffee. Made coffee. Made coffee. And now it's gotten a little chilly. Oh well. Still coffee. Still tastes good. Well, I haven't played Skyrim. I have played Morrowind. Like, I know, ancient game. Really old now. But so good. The nostalgia, the feels. Daggerfall was your first. Nice. I have the Game of the Year edition that has Daggerfall and what's the other one? Something Arena? Oblivion for you? I've played a small amount of Oblivion. My older brother had it on his maybe Xbox. He might. I don't know if he had a PlayStation. It might have been on that. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. It wasn't my system, and I was like, oh, I know this one comes after Arena is number 1. Okay, yep. I knew it came after Morrowind. So I was like, oh, this should be like very similar, and it kind of was, but also like not at all. And I didn't get very far. But to be fair, at that time I also hadn't gotten very far in Morrowind either. I didn't really fully understand that there was a story you were supposed to be following. And so I just thought you were supposed to run around, collect things, and try not to die. I collected things, I frequently died. So it wasn't until a couple years back I found an original Xbox, so I, decided to get one, pick that up, and my little brother gifted me a copy of Morrowind for the Xbox, and so I started playing through that, and I think those are maybe still available on my in my backlog. Maybe not. I may not have remembered to save those back then, but I did stream them, and I got a ways through it. I was like, oh, I get it, there's a story, and you're supposed to actually pay attention to these quests and talk to these people and whatnot. So I became a gamer. Still need to go back and beat Morrowind. Definitely didn't appreciate it enough when it released in 2002 on PC. It's so good. But I will definitely, I think at this point, if I go back to play it, I will probably play it on my Xbox. It's now an Xbox One, and not on the PC because it didn't. I don't know. I'm not loving it on my PC as much as I loved it on the Xbox. So I don't know. Yeah. And I'm so sorry, Nate. I know I just gave you like a heart attack and all at once. Sorry about that. But also, if I were to go back to Morrowind, like I've already got a whole character going, and if I were to start it over here on the PC, it would be starting all over again, which is probably okay at some point. But I'd like to actually finish the story on a character now that I know that there's a story to finish. love the lore of all the different fantasy worlds, right? And also, like, I know I've I've gushed on this before too. The music, the music is so good, and I'm especially like, because the composer is Jeremy Soule is from Iowa, not too far from where I grew up. So there's that little bit of a which is also one of the reasons I loved the Guild Wars soundtrack so much. Well, some of the original stuff. He's not part of it anymore, but he was, and so good. There's a part of me that definitely would like to have at least one room in some house that I will live in eventually to be, to look like the dark blue, gosh, it's been so long since I've been in there, kind of like the basement sections or just the interiors of especially the elf places, but yeah, with the mushrooms, the blue glowing, that would be such a cool aesthetic. I don't know what room in what house I would do that to, but yeah, just have that blue lighting and I don't know, the furniture that they have in there. That would just be, I would like that. Yes, game OSTs are so good. If I didn't have to worry about, copyrights or anything, I would absolutely be listening to my Halo Pandora, like Halo original soundtrack Pandora station. It's got, well, obviously Halo, Assassin's Creed, and the Elder Scrolls games, like so much. Yes, Morrowind themed fungal room, absolutely. That would be so cool. I think I can't be alone in that. Yes, I think it would be really cool. Like I said, I don't know that I could do a whole house in it. It's difficult to see. It's so dark. But that would be a nifty, like, I don't know, just a chill room. I could I could see it being a bathroom, but like, I don't want to do that much to a bathroom. Like, yeah, like a blanket fort. Yeah, just a room to go. I couldn't make it like, oh, my sewing room, because I wouldn't be able to see because it'd be so dark. And you wouldn't really want to read in there because it'd be so dark. But like, no, it'd be. I mean, it could be a good bedroom. That'd be a good bedroom. Because it would be so dark. Totally chill, right? I mean, I think I wouldn't mind having the architecture of the houses, but that would require actually building a house. And yeah, I can decorate a room. Building a house is daunting. I could decorate a room. we on time? Oh, we've just passed the 2-hour mark. Gonna need to take a break here in a moment. Played lots of Guild Wars 1 back in the day, but unfortunately can't remember the music. I'd have to find it and revisit. Ooh, highly recommend. But if you play Guild Wars 2, they do play a lot of the same music, at least in the central tier area. But also, I need to play Guild Wars 1 at some point. I have it. I just need to start it and do it. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. Some of the themes are, still persist throughout. I know I've found PlayStation's playlists on YouTube that have the Guild Wars 2 music. I bet they have Guild Wars 1. I haven't looked, but I'm gonna now. Well, not right now, but now I'm inspired. I think I'll finish getting this piece pinned, then take a quick 3-minute break. First, yeah, I say a quick 3-minute break. It's gonna be a 3-minute break whether it's quick or not. 3 minutes is 3 minutes, but trying to map out. So the next bit after I get this seam done, should be putting on the waistband, and it's been a while since I've done a waistband. To my knowledge, they're not too hard. Especially, I think this one, it's just stitch it on, stitch it to the skirt, and then fold it over and stitch it to the inside of the skirt. That would be how I would do it. Let's see if that's how they would do it. It'll be nice. I don't have to gather anything on this skirt. It's not a gathered skirt at all. I guess I don't really... I'm not coming up with the word for what kind of waistband that is with no gathering. Just a straight skirt? I don't know. But, I have to give Guild Wars 2 another try. Yes! Okay, I may be a little biased. But yes! I support that. Oh, I was gonna take a break when I got done pinning. Ah, psych. I'm gonna take a break when I get done stitching. But I do understand they're very, very different game styles. They may share a same name, but very different gameplay. I've only done the waist elastic PJ pants style. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yep. And I could easily see this doing that as well. Like, you can make this into an elastic waistband easy. Where you fold over the top seam and create a pocket to feed the elastic in. Yes. And then you take your safety pin and stick it on the elastic and fish it. Or you get the tool that's for it, but I find the safety pin thing works just as well as the tool. It would gather, yeah. And I suppose, well, that would be if I had cut this larger than I needed to. I could probably do a waist, do the elastic waist in it. I had trouble figuring out how to describe it. I'm glad you knew what I meant. Yeah. Nope, I get you. And those are nice. Plus they're comfortable and yeah, quick. Whereas this one you have to cut out a piece specifically to be the waistband. You interface it. It's designed to be folded in half. I'll probably have to like tuck under one end, or it's going to want me to do that. The other side gets stitched to the right side of the skirt. You stitch it, you fold it in half, and then either understitch to hide the stitch in the ditch. Stitch in the ditch. That's where you were talking about the zipper before, if the skirt is more fitted. Exactly, yeah. So this pattern wants me to use a zipper, and I really, really don't want to use a zipper. I already used a zipper. I put a zipper in the tunic, which I really didn't want to do that either. But, I had a zipper, and so why not? But now I don't have a zipper that would be of appropriate weight for this. I don't really want to go get a zipper. They're not super expensive, but like, and putting them in. What I do like putting in, I don't mind doing like grommets and lacing. Lacing was a wonderful invention when they figured that out. Because you can adjust the lacing. I hand stitch my zippers into place first. Not sure if you have any zipper tips. And that works. Let's see. So for the tunic, the zipper was what they want you to use was an invisible zipper. I did not have an invisible zipper, and I also did not have an invisible zipper foot. So invisible zippers require invisible zipper feet, and I don't has that. There. I have it for my other machine that I don't currently have in my possession. One of my good friends is using it. But I don't have one for this machine, and this machine is, I love it so dearly, but it's kind of like a BMW where the pieces are proprietary. I haven't used invisible zippers before. Yeah, it's similar steps, but just, yeah, I don't know. You can make the zipper look invisible if you use a regular zipper. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I've put an invisible zipper in. It's been a long time. Oh, you're gonna get ready for some kind of lunch? All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out, Metalbacks, and I hope to see you around again. Enjoy your lunch, and take care. I'd have no memory of putting in that zipper that would give me any tips for doing the invisible ones. The regular ones, just take your time. Use a zipper foot for sure. And you can, so if you don't want to hand sew it, just use like the longest stitch on your machine and to do a basting stitch. to get everything lined up. That always works, because then if you do have to take it out, you're not picking teeny tiny little stitches. I guess, yeah, that's all I can come up with at the moment. Hey, Jet Set Geometry! Good morning, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I am. You got me just as I am gonna take a real quick break. I do apologize, but I will be right back. I promise I'm not gonna do anything in the meantime that's like worth being seen on camera. And I'll come back, I'll iron out my side seams, and we'll get going on the next step, which is it the waistband? It's the zipper. We're not doing the zipper. Okay, so it is the waistband, yay! Doing all right. Always love to see some sewing. I know that there's not a lot of people who do sewing. That there's a lot of people in the makers and crafts, but not as many sewing. Some days I'll type in that tag and there's no one on. Which pattern is this? This is McCall's. McCall's costume 6941. We're doing the Daenerys dress, and we're doing this tabard, not the short one, although that one is really cute too. Yep, 6941. I think it also has like a if you got it around Halloween time, they would have a different number because they have their own little mini displays or whatnot. But yeah, that's the tabard. I don't know if I'm gonna do the belt. I never thought about that. There's a lot of crochet and knit, but sewing is rare. Yeah, crochet, knit, I've seen some embroidery. There's one lady I saw who does like tailoring and mending, which I thought was kind of cool. She was fixing, I think she was hemming some pants, which is like, all right, yeah, that's nifty. So yeah, it's a little bit niche. So I'm happy to fill in that niche at least once a week. All right, I'm gonna throw you to an ad break real quick, just 3 minutes, and I will be right back. All right. It's complicated. Aw, crafty people always have multiple hobbies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. Coral, I am so sorry. If you're still here, I just saw the notifications. That's cool. That is wicked cool. Sorry, Total Sapphic Panic sent me, their, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna forget what their term is. But artist. They do a lot of spray paint, um, on various sizes of boards. They just did an airbrush spider frog hybrid, which I thought was going to be pretty horrifying, but it's adorable. I love that it's got 4 little eyes. That's amazing. So good. Alright. Didn't have my Twitch thing showing the direct messages. Cool. Alright, so I need to iron out these seams and we can move on to the waistband. My leash got hung up. Using a pressing cloth because I probably insist on keeping my iron at higher temperature than it ought to be at. And I don't want to burn my fabric or melt my fabric. The dangers of working with, plastic fabric. Yes. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fold over the unstitched top part of the side that's going to have the lacing because, yes, I have decided that is just how I'm going to handle it. Plus that'll make kind of a neat little feature, I guess. Or accent. Get some pretty ribbon or cord or something to lace that up with. Alright, and I have a skirt. Little sneaky preview. Oh, well, hiding behind the chair, that'd be a real good preview right there, but I think that'll fit just fine. Really, chair is so in the way. Here. Yeah. It's not perfect because it's not, I don't know, whatever, but that's good. Yes. All right, I think that's gonna work out really, really well. Waistband. Where is my cord? What is it hooked on? Hooked on myself. There we go. Fuse interfacing to wrong side of waistband. Already done. Turn in seam allowance along unnotched edge of waistband. Called it. Called it. Set this off to the side. So it's going to be a 5/8 inch seam allowance that I'm going to turn to the wrong side. Ah, back with a coffee. Perfect. I support that. We're going to... not worry too... well... let's see, we won't worry too much about the... oh... what's going on there? Let's give that just a little bit of a repress, because it's a little wrinkly and a little folded, and I don't like it. Fixed it! I actually wasn't anticipating it fixing it quite so well. Cool. Good, good, good. That clover tool for seam allowance is the best. You have one too? Yes! Ah, yes. This... so, working at the fabric store, we always had items that we were supposed to be selling. You know, the item of the week, the item of the month, whatever. I couldn't always get behind all of the items that we sold. Anytime we had scissors, I mean, everybody needs scissors, right? Like, if you're in the craft store, you need scissors either for fleece or for, I don't know, whatever. And the scissors we had were fine. But then some of the other products we were selling, it's like, that's very specific, and not everybody who comes in here is looking for that $30 thing. This was one of the best tools. I was able to sell this one because, like, it's so useful for quilters, for garment makers, anytime you need to measure something, this tool had you covered. That's a little short. That's... This and the Wonder Clips were two of the tool. Funny, also made by Clover. It's the best tool upgrade for the price from the base sewing kits. Right! Yes. Yes. Like, it's well made and yeah, just so versatile. Perfect for hemming, drawing, just everything. Rotary cutters and a really good pair of scissors will make a huge difference, but it is expensive. The rotary needs the cutting mat underneath as well, adds up quick with the blade replacements too, right? As well as the straight edges. If you need a straight edge, yeah. Like, sewing can be cheap, but sewing can also be really not cheap at all. And it can be difficult to determine what gadgets are worth it and that you'll use. Like the rotary cutter, or obviously scissors. Yes, invest in scissors. But rotary cutter, maybe. Depends on what all you're sewing or how much you're gonna do. For casual sewing, probably not. But if it's something that you're gonna be doing a lot of, probably absolutely yes. And then I would recommend go with Ulfa or Fiskars. Like, I know that there are some bargain brands for those. There's you get what you pay for. Yeah, absolutely would go with Ulfa or Fiskars for the rotary stuff. Because then it's at least you know its quality, and it will last as long as it ought to. Scissors you can kind of get away with not, you don't need the gingers. Gingers are nice. Gingers hurt my hands, so I don't go seeking gingers. But if you don't have tiny hands that complain about the metal handles, then yeah, absolutely, gingers are wonderful. But again, so are Fiskars. My favorite pair so far have been the Singer. I've tried the Fiskar for paper-based crafts. Oh, yeah. Yep, and they're good. I say, I've got my, let's see. My snips are Fiskar. And then these are my Singers. And this is my second pair of Singers. My first pair, I used them so much, and I bought them and used them at the fabric store to cut all the fabric. And they eventually did fall apart. After being used 80 hours plus a week. So, and for 3 years, maybe? So, highly recommend. They stayed sharp until they fell apart. So, obviously I don't cut that much with these anymore, but yeah, definitely recommend these. with pin waistband to upper edge of skirt, matching square to right side seam and large circle on waistband to opening edges. I didn't put any of those markings on here. Let's see. Bring that back. I bought a nice pair at my store on sale too for cutting while working also. I can't recall the brand, but they are red-handled, around $70 full price. Nice. Yeah. I mean, and that's, again, worth it when you're using them that much. Absolutely. I'm not sure about red-handled ones. I don't know that I've seen those. But yeah, again, ultimately, as long as you get a good lifetime out of them, just gotta catch those sales. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the brand was that, like, we just used. They were a black-handled scissor, and they were nice, and that was what we were allowed to write off to cut with. Anything that wasn't that brand, if we wanted it, we had to sell it, or like we had to buy it. Sorry, we had to buy it ourselves. I think they started with an M, and now I can't not find out. Those weren't coming up with anything. Are they Westcott? I mean, that's like an M, but upside down. You're gonna check your scissors, right? Now I've gone down a rabbit hole. I might not get any more sewing done today. And for working there for 7 years, you would think I'd have that, like, bored into my head. Let's see what Joanne Fabrics has. Maybe they carry them. Oh. Lock. Nope. Go away. Don't care. There we go. I have not found what I was looking for yet. No. Oh, the ones you have are Klaus. Okay. No, I don't know that I've seen those. There's all the Singer, Fiskars, Singer. No, I do not want your 25% off coupon. I want to know. Singer, Fiskars, Singer, Ginger, Fiskars. Doing 30 out of 342. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, so I could get this in purple for $17.99, and it comes with snips. This is why I don't go shopping online. I know, lilac specifically, and another pair. Yeah, for that $18. They're regularly $30, which already is kind of a steal. How sharp are my current ones? Still very sharp. Like, I haven't had them sharpened. They still don't have any, like, nicks in them yet. And I surely would have thought that cutting through the brocade. Oh, but I didn't cut through the brocade with them. I used the rotary cutters. So, yeah. I mean, the price is right. It really is. I mean, you can't have too many scissors. Backup scissors are always good. I think they only carry Fisker, Singer, and Ginger. And then some off-brands. I'm not finding anything else. Oh, DMC. There's some snips. Shot by Brand. Oh, hey, look, Brand. American Craft, Speed Buddy, Clover, Crayola, Cupworks. And look at the Westcotts. The $17.99 is the sale price. $29.99 is the retail price. It might be Westcott. Westcott might be what they just don't have them in black at Joann's. They have them in blue now. And a white with a green. Yeah, that's probably it. Westcott. Definitely does not start with an M. We were allowed to use Westcott ones, which were good. Still, fabulous scissors. But not my Singers. Alright, closing out of that so I don't, like... Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add that to my shopping, or my wish list. And I'm gonna start making stretch goals. Mundial! Yes, Mom! Mom coming in clutch. Mundials. Mundial fabric scissors. Bet that's what they were. We sold Westcotts. They were absolutely Mundials. Thank you. Yes, that was it. That was it. Yep, there they are. Mundial red dot, 8.5 true. Well, that one's a left-handed dressmaker scissors, but yes. The handles were fairly comfortable, but they were heavy, as I recall. And again, I have a little hand, and heavy scissors just hurt. And when you're cutting, especially come around Christmas time, we're cutting fleece, we're cutting tons of cotton and everything, and I just couldn't do a heavy handle or heavy scissor, and the Mundials were fairly hefty. Okay, we're pinning this onto the skirt. Right sides together. Right sides together. So obviously the outside edges are going to match these edges. If I fold it in half, that will match where the square that I didn't draw on here would be. And that. Sorry. Matching square to right side seam. Which is this. Nope, this side seam. So, no, I think I was saying I need to add some stretch goals. So, like, I just got my first paycheck from Twitch. Yay! I've been streaming for 3 years and I have been affiliate for 8 months-ish. And I got a paycheck a couple weeks ago. So, with those paychecks, I intend to continue doing things for the stream. So, yeah, I could stretch goals, get so many bits cheered or something to get those scissors. I don't want to do like subscription. I don't want to play the game of, oh, subscribe to me. I don't want to play that game. But just everybody hanging out with me does generate little bits of the income, which is nice. And so I would, that'd be something just kind of fun. That doesn't... Oh. Wait, but how did that notch match? It's because it's not actually at a... No, it is at a notch. What? Okay. First off, center or side seam is not where I put it at all. There we go. Now, oh, because there's 2 notches. Did I only cut 1 notch on this side? No, I put 2. I just ignored 1 apparently. This makes so much more sense. This time the notch issue is not McCall's fault. This time. I think that's gonna go to that notch there. That makes sense. Now the edge matches. I just don't think that it's supposed to overhang that much. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. Nope. Doesn't overhang at all. Well, it's supposed to overhang a little. It is supposed to overhang a little bit. Oh, because there's a seam allowance that's supposed to be stitched over. Mine also have been Nicole. You've seen notch issues on patterns before too. Mine also have been McCall's. Yes, so... Oh, I ranted so hard in one of the early ones of these streams, like maybe 2 or 3 of the early streams on that tabard. The notches just did not match up at all. Like, I couldn't figure out... I took the pattern piece. I thought, well, maybe, because I did do some adjusting. I have a shorter back, so I shortened the backs on all the pieces, so maybe, you know, in doing that, it messed it up somehow. No, where I put it, it just, the pattern pieces didn't even line up with the notches. I will, in McCall's slight defense, maybe guess that, yeah, their costume probably come out pretty rushed because they want to get those, you know, capitalized before the interest in the outfits dwindles, right? So do I expect out of either McCall's or Simplicity tons of quality on these patterns? Not really. But it would be nice if the, notches matched. Otherwise, don't even bother. Um, but yes, I prefer simplicity patterns. Um, I greatly prefer simplicity patterns. I find them to to tend to fit better. The instructions are more quality. Again, okay, I don't know if you were here when I was reading through this. Reading through the instructions, view D. Step number 6. Pin 2 side 12 sections together. Pin 2 side sections to each front and back section. Then it skips on to stitch front and back together at sides, leaving open above large circle for left side. So if you're a beginner sewer, it never says there to sew those pieces together, right? Like pin 2 side sections to each front and back section. It should have in there stitch. It does not. It then skips to doing the other two. Like, it's little things like that that makes McCall's difficult. And I know that there's another pattern that I did that's like a Jedi robe. It's supposed to be the Kylo Ren outfit. And yeah, it skipped something somewhere, and because it was a lined outfit, I'm already not real great at fully lined garments. So somewhere in the instructions where it skipped something that it just must have assumed that you knew, it I don't know, I ended up with an infinity loop, and I didn't know how to fix that. Short of I just undid some of the seams and I ended up leaving the wrists undone or something. I don't even know. I take so much care to prepare the pieces for sewing, I didn't think to check the notches on the tissue before I cut. Why would you though? They know what they're doing. I sometimes add post-it notes or write in pencil for my revised steps. Right. It's like a recipe maybe to read to the end before committing. I mean, yes, maybe, but also my brain doesn't work that way. I've tried to okay, read ahead, see what's coming up, but I have a difficult time, I don't know, conceptualizing what everything is supposed to be. So I'll just be like, okay, yeah, that probably makes sense. Sure, I'll figure it out when I get there. Did I just not put it? No, there's the notch. But no, I do know McCall's is, so far in my experience, McCall's is the worst offender for notches not lining up, and it not being because I just cut them in the wrong place. Read through. Does this make sense? What are they trying to accomplish? How can I do this differently? I tried Simplicity's shoulder dragon pattern, and followed only half of their steps. Oh, that would be cute though. And yeah, it does help, I'm for better or worse, I'll get to something and be like, do I really want to do that? Like the zipper on here. I don't want to do the zipper, so what can I do that's not the zipper? It wanted me to understitch everything. What can I do to make that not be a thing? Well, we'll just not overstitch. What did I do? Top stitch, that one. Top stitched everything. Of course, that ended up creating its own set of issues. But it's all good. Exploring alternatives can be part of the fun too. Absolutely. Oh, I think so. And I will never go into any project being like, I want to make that look exactly like it does on the picture. Most of the time it's, well, that looks like the shape that I need, but I need something a little different. And again, if I can get away without doing buttons, if I can get away without doing the zippers, all the better. It also helps that a lot of the stuff that I sew tends to be historical type patterns and costumes, so yeah, zippers are absolutely not historical in most of those contexts, so I can get away without them. and all of this griping and such to also say I don't know how to draft my own patterns, so I can't do better myself. So I just have to be aware and watch out for when those sorts of issues come up. Because I am famous for saying, well, if you griping so much about something, can you do better? I cannot. I cannot. That is not anything that's in my wheelhouse of things to things to do. But I am loving the feel of this waistband uh, with the interfacing on it. Is it medium interfacing? I believe yes. I know it was the only interfacing that they had available at the fabric store that I went to, or fabric craft store. I had wanted to get kind of a variety, like a little bit of a light and a little bit of a medium. I needed a medium weight. Unfortunately, that's what they had. So it might be a little heftier than this project really calls for, but hey, it's still gonna make a really nice waistband. I thought that I had, and at some time, I know that I did, maybe I've gotten rid of it, I can't imagine that I've used it, so I may still come across it yet. I had specifically waistband interfacing, where it's already folded in half, and you just iron it to your strip, and then you're, yeah. This looks amazing. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to see this all come together. This is gonna be one of my favorite pieces, I think, that I've made. Oh, why is the overhang so much on this side? Is it supposed to be like that? Oh, maybe it is. Yes, that would make sense, because I need a little bit extra because it wants a hook. Yes, okay, it's fine, Kate, it's fine, you're okay, it's fine. Let's see, we're hitting that noon. My friend said she's gonna be here closer to 12:30, so I can go just a little bit longer. So I'm gonna. Because if I could get this all to be in just one piece, then I can put it on the dress form and dream. Be all excited about it, and I will add it to my Instagram that I have down there linked, that I haven't added anything to for a long time because I'm bad at Instagram. But if you ever, for any reason, I don't know why you would, but if you were to doubt that I have bins and bins of fabric, I took several pictures of all of the bins and all of the stuff in the closet that's like over there that you can't see because camera angles. And yeah, all of the projects and everything. And my goal is to sew through it all, or at least a lot of it. And I currently do not have a time frame for really anything. It'll take as long as it takes, and I figure if I do it just on Saturdays, I won't get too burned out. What type of fabric do I have the most of? It's probably satins and brocades. Probably satins and brocades. I do have quite a bit of upholstery fabric. I have a background of doing Renaissance cotton decor fashion. Fashion then. Definitely fashion. Fashion, then decor, then cotton. I do like clothing, but costumes. Specifically costumes. I don't really have... I'm trying to think if there's... Well, yeah, I don't think I have anything that I made that I wear myself. Because I'm a... Good enough is good enough, and costumes, you can get away with that. You're just wearing it for a short amount of time, and it doesn't have to, you know, be exact. But I feel like if I were to make actual outfit, it needs to be better. Now, that said, I do have a project that I would... It's all in a bag. Everything I need for it is all in the bag. It just needs to be cut out and put together. And it's been like that for 10 years. And it's like a party dress. You've done mostly costumes too. Yeah. I did the first set of streams that I was working on were some pillows, and I made pocket pillows out of t-shirts. And yeah, that's such a different concept. So much of it's the same, right? You cut out, you pick a design, you're cutting out the fabric, you're pinning it together and you're sewing it. But it's all squares and straight lines, and yeah, it's just a little different than pinning on waistbands and such. But again, long lines. Yeah, I sew long straight lines when I'm making full-length skirts. Alright. Did I pin down all of the seams? Or seam allowances? Because I want them to all lay flat. There. Yes, and yes. Yes. Yes, and yes. Okay, cool. There we go. I do have something that I thought about getting into, and the idea still holds interest for me. Doll clothes to match like some of the costumes that I make, like 18-inch doll clothes. I have a lot of doll clothing patterns, and that's something that I'm kind of interested. I'm rather interested in doing, and that would use up a lot of my little scraps too. I like the idea of not wasting tons of fabric, but I also don't want to just hoard small pieces of fabric because I might use them someday. I'm getting better at, hey, you know, this piece is really too small to really do anything with. I've had people, oh, you give it to a quilter. Yeah, is the quilter gonna actually come and take it from me? Or you could quilt with it. Yeah, I could. You did the same thing to use up scraps, right? Yes. I mean, yeah, I will keep big enough pieces that I can easily see, yes, I'm going to do something with. Um, or there could be a time and that is big enough to be worth keeping. But some of the other pieces is like, you know what? Just move on. What did I do? There it is. Like, where did I put my pin box? Alright, so looking forward next week, since I'll have the waistband on the skirt, I'm going to have to turn it over and stitch it down on the back side, and then put the grommets and the lacing. So what I'm gonna have to remember to do between now and then is find my grommets. I'm sure I have plenty. And hopefully I have them in gold, because that would just be thematic and wonderful. If I don't, that's fine. I'll make silver work. But if I have gold, made some mini jean skirts for Barbies. Yes. Oh, those are some tiny seam allowances. Oh. I have thought about doing Barbie clothes. I don't know if I have the patience to deal with the 1/8 inch seam allowance that would be needed. Super tiny. Simplicity has a few good collection patterns for the Barbie size dolls. Oh, cool. I know my mom made me a few Barbie outfits, but I do also recall they were very, very tiny seams. Ah, I broke that pin, but I didn't break the needle. I didn't break the needle! Yay! Started trying hand embroidery on another project. I wanted to try to do flower details. Ooh, on tiny jean pockets for practice. Cute! Did you have success? This pin... you see it on that? Yep. I declare this pin dead. This pin is dead. Rip this pin. There you go. Where's the camera? There it is. Poor pin. It was a purple one too. Sad day. Oh, no. Only throwing that one away. Don't need to throw the other one. The pieces are cut out, but I haven't tried yet. Oh! Goals. Alright, so here, y'all's, the skirt is all in one piece now. Yay! I am gonna go off camera quick and put it on. Because I just can't not. I mean, again, I know it's not done yet. I need to fold this waistband over so that it covers up back there and stitch it down. Does it want me to trim those seams? Does it say that? Nope. Well, that is definitely going to be a thing that I do. We're going to trim those seams. Absolutely. Or trim this seam, because that is a lot to encase, and it doesn't need to be there. Cool, okay, be right back. Did I just run out of music too? That's kind of serendipitous. Nope, no. I'll go back to that one. Cool. So, good news. The skirt fits. It's long, but that's fine. It'll get hemmed down, no problem. But if I come over here, I think these panels of the white are gonna be just fine. Yeah. If I move the chair completely out of the way, back over there, do full. It'll be all blue in the back. Is this the kind of skirt that does a little, hard to tell. Don't really have enough space, and I'm gonna get tangled up in my cord if I try this. No, not quite, but that's okay. It's all good. Eee! It's almost there. And then it'll just be the little bits of hand sewing to finish up the tabard, and this outfit will be done. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out just fine. No, it is going to work out. It is working out just fine. I'm at the point where, yes, it is working out just fine. And then the tabard bit will come right on top of the main blue, so you'll have the contrast, and then you'll still see the side panels. It'll be fine. It'll be great. It is great. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, well that is where I'm gonna end today. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Ooh, let's see if there's some folks doing some stuff. Let's see. Chase Crafts is doing her Ruffly Ruffles. Let's go raid her. I know we raided her last week. And she is working on her sister's prom dress, which is coming along pretty nicely. So we'll just go hang out with her for the rest of the time being. Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with me. My next sewing stream will be again next Saturday. Oh, she's very cool. Turn down for just a minute. Next Saturday, we'll finish the skirt up, get to the hand sewing, so I'm guessing probably only another couple of streams on this outfit and we'll be done. And then I will be back to do some gaming stuff probably this evening, and tomorrow, and then again Wednesday for World v World Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. I'm getting lazy. 7:30 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. Central Time. We'll do some Guild Wars 2 World v World. So here we go. Twitch and raid channel and start raid. Right now.
We're gonna be working on the dress today. I'm pretending everything is fine. I mean, that worked. Middle.